Stop judging, start loving. I'm Brian Withers, empowerment coach, trainer, and author. Well, where does this whole thing of judging come into the picture? I mean, we do a fair bit of judging of ourselves, and then we can even think other people are judging us, and sometimes they are, and sometimes they're not, and maybe we even do some judging of others. But the whole thing is really low vibration, and it comes from mostly that we don't get this true knowledge of life, and then other sources of information that we grow up with, they tend to cause us not to know who we are. And then in that absence of knowledge, then we start comparing ourselves with others and thinking if we're good enough or we can have what we want. And so this is all the root of where judging ourselves comes from. And we just want to get out of that whole thing because, again, that's just clogging the pipe. That's low vibration energy, and it prevents all of the things that we want from easily coming into our life. I mean, we know that the creative process causes us to ask. That's automatic, and our inner being does the creating. And then it's about allowing, and allowing is positive focused thought energy. Well, judging is not positive focused thought energy at all. It's very low focused energy, and it gets in the way of us receiving what we want from coming easily to us. And then because of that, then we think we got to work hard for things, and it's up to us to figure it out and get them. So you can see just from this whole idea of not knowing who we are, and then starting in on this, so comparing ourselves with others or judging ourselves, that it creates this whole paradigm of working hard to get things and trying to manifest things, and not realizing that life is really much, much easier than that. So we really want to start loving ourselves and loving life. And it's very easy to do that because when we have the creative process, what's not to feel good about? We know we have an inner being, and our inner being is always seeing us as perfect and successful and giving us everything we want. And, we know that the universal elements are completely behind us for us to have everything that we want. And so what's not to feel good about? And, from the creative process, the asking and creating are automatic. That's the contrast and expansion. So whenever any part of your life is not the way that you like it, instantly the preferred version of that is available to you. And so that really makes you feel at ease. That gives you a feeling of relief that everything is on track. It's all okay. And, as you enjoy your days, then you know you're going to receive the path of details that bring you together with what you want. So no matter if it's about a relationship or about money or a job or a business you have, if you will feel good in terms of focusing on the positive aspects of things and realizing that the preferred version is available to you and a path of details that's really nice, then you are going to receive that, and you know it, and so you relax and you enjoy your days and you do what you're doing and you keep a positive focus of things and you see the good in things, and it's all set up to work out for you. And again, that causes you just to be so much more relaxed and at ease, that everything is on its way to you that you want, and it all in a very effortless way, even though, of course, you will be taking inspired action is all part of that. And so you get to know that there's nothing ever bad or wrong. You can't lose anything. These are all words that are from faulty beliefs, all from the lack of understanding the knowledge of life, because contrast is not bad. Contrast is necessary for us to expand on our life and receive the things that we want, and for things to improve for us. It's a natural part of it all. So, the things that are in our life are just a manifestation of our energy, and if we don't like them, then there's the natural asking. And then we can receive as we feel good. And then as we do that, as we live here, just in this, loving ourselves, and beneath love is kind of the umbrella for all positive emotions. So satisfaction and joy and happiness and interest and freedom and positive expectation, anticipation, eagerness, all of those nice positive emotions, they are under the umbrella of love. So loving yourself and loving life is all about understanding who you are and how life works. And when you do, then you're just in a positive place of being accepting of yourself and encouraging of yourself and understanding of yourself and knowing your value. And also for others, you're positive and encouraging and uplifting for them. So when you're doing that, then you're not judging. Now you got none of that low vibration energy stuff going, and you're not trying to work hard and compensate to get things because you think you have to get them. You're knowing that they're coming to you. It's not about you going to get them. It's about you allowing them to come to you. They're already set up to come to you. And as you are positively focused, you're allowing them to come to you. So not only do you get rid of all of this reason for comparing yourself with others or not thinking you're good enough or judging, you are allowing the things that you want to flow into your life. And that makes life so much easier. And you can see that the manifestation of the things that you want is really, I say it many times, a byproduct of you living here in this vibration of love. And just to further explain that or carry that a little deeper, if you want to know where your self-love is, your self-acceptance, your self-worth, all of that, you want to know where that is, you should be able to make these statements, and they should just feel natural, nothing, not a big deal or anything, but just very natural. That's who I am. That's the way it is, kind of thing. And if you don't feel these, then you got to add the word why, right? So I am whatever these are, and you say why, and then you have that little conversation with yourself so that you can get into this feeling of self-love and love of life, and that knowing it's all set up to work out for you. And that's what that conversation does. So you can say things like, I'm hot. I'm a hot commodity. I know people laugh when I say that to them. I work with people and they're wanting to build up and reconnect with who they truly are. And, I say you're hot stuff. And sometimes they look kind of surprised. And then as we talk more and more, they realize, okay, well, it's not a big deal. It's just, I'm in big demand. I'm valuable, and we all are. We all equally are this. This is not arrogance at all. This is who we are as energy beings, and we all are this. And we want to get connected to this and live from the perspective of this, because this kind of loving energy is very foundational for our life to flow in the easy ways that we want, and for the things that we want to see manifest, for them to flow into our life. This is the foundation of that high vibration. So, you say, I'm valuable, I'm important, I'm worthy, I'm powerful, I'm in demand, I'm wonderful just as I am, I'm enough in every way, I'm here for joyous expansion, I am fully supported by universal elements to have the life that I want. You want that to feel very, very natural to you. And if it doesn't, then, like I say, add the word why and explain it to yourself each time you don't feel like this, or you wonder about it. And as you do that repetitively, now that messaging is going to bring you back in alignment with your true self. So you got messaging when you were growing up that was not this. And so from that repetitive messaging, that's where the self-judgment comes in, and the thinking I'm not good enough, and comparing with others, you're comparing yourself with others and all that stuff. It's all low vibration. It came by way of faulty beliefs as we grow up without the true knowledge of life and who we truly are. So now we're reconnecting and we're displacing those faulty beliefs. And this is the way you do it. Each day, if you find yourself not feeling like this, you just have that little conversation. And then day after day, you just reprogram yourself. You just get back home into your natural connection. And just to also highlight this as well, what we get into when just to know that we are naturally worthy, because life causes us to ask, and our inner being gives us everything that we want through the contrast. But it comes vibrationally first, and then as you feel good, you receive it. So you can see the importance of feeling good about yourself. And when you do, then also your life is fulfilling across the board, because you could get some things working in your life, but if you don't have this really strong sense of self, it's pretty much guaranteed that there's going to be some part of your life that's not where you want it to be. So you want to get this one in order. And what helps you get that in there too is, like I said, your inner being gives you everything. It has no judgment for you. It doesn't think anything about the perfection about you, and knows what you're here for: joyous expansion. You came to ask, you came to receive, you came to ask for more, you came to receive more. It's just the way it is. Joyous expansion. So when you want something and you think, well, you don't like something the way it is, and you think to yourself, well, it would be nice if it was like this, your inner being doesn't whisper in your ear and say, well, I heard what you're asking for, but I think your feet are too big, so you can't have it. Or your eyes are too far apart. You see, your inner being doesn't say this. It's silliness. It sounds foolish, but when we judge ourselves on our body and we think we're too this or we're too that, or we're not enough of this or not enough of that, we're judging ourselves. It's not our inner being. It's not anybody else. It's us. And then we're the one that's blocking the things that we want from our days flowing and our life to be about what we want it to be. And we block that. So other things, your inner being didn't say, well, you didn't get enough education, so you can't have that. It doesn't say that. Nothing about the creative process says that. It didn't say, well, your marks in school or anything that you did were not high enough, so you can't have that. See, it doesn't say that either. It doesn't say, well, you didn't struggle and strain enough. You should have put more work in that. You didn't work hard enough. Inner being doesn't say that. It doesn't say, you did things years ago, and so they weren't very, nice. And your inner being doesn't say that. Your inner being doesn't think anything about that whatsoever. In fact, your inner being knows anything you did years ago or were involved in that didn't go well. It's contrast, and your life got better. That was part of what makes your life as good as it is, or at least in vibrational reality, you could be receiving it if you're feeling good. So there's no part of your life that you're ever judged on by anything in this creative process, that's for sure. And your inner being doesn't say, you didn't do what they wanted, so you can't have what you want, or you didn't be what they wanted you to be, so you can't have what you want. See, there's no qualification. When life causes you ask, your inner being gives it to you, period. No judgments at all, ever. And so that's why we want to get rid of all of that stuff about judgment and looking at ourselves in ways that are something different than this. This is who we are, and these are the qualities that we are, and we want to get reconnected with that. It's very, very important. If we really want to live the fulfilling life that we want across the board, all areas, we really got to have this in order. Our self has got to be in order. So that is the message of today in this video, that we want to stop any of the judging and start loving. So if you find that you're doing any judging, then even if you find you're in a situation that somebody is judging you, then take that as a very positive indicator that means you're judging yourself, and then it's feeding back. See, the world around you reflects what's going on in you. So don't get upset at them or any of that stuff. Certainly mitigate the situation in a peaceful way as much as you can, and then work on yourself. So find where you're judging yourself, not feeling good enough, and deconstruct that and reconstruct that. Every time it comes up, do that. And the reconstructing is into when you're thinking on this side of the equation and loving yourself and loving life and loving everybody else. And that's every good positive emotion on the chart when you're in that feeling of love. And that's going to give you your natural high vibration life where all this stuff flows to you. You're not in the low vibration stuff where it's not coming, so you think you got to get it. You're in the high vibration stuff where it's just flowing to you. Okay? So that's the message for today. Thanks for listening in. If you have any questions, leave them on the post and enjoy your day.